Hello and a warm welcome to TBC News. Our top stories. Maritime safety, climate change, main agendas as DAR set to host BEC 2024.
And all participants of the blue economy to benefit from the views, ideas from around Africa.
12th Scientific Conference begins stressing groundbreaking research.
It's a platform to educate the community and the society, especially women.
Good evening, I am Faida Ngaga. You can also follow us live via our YouTube channel, TBC Online. Also, get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. Director of the Dar es Salaam Maritime Institute, DMI, Dr. Tumaini Gurumo, says 11 countries have confirmed to participate in the third edition of the Blue Economy Conference in Tanzania, expecting to offer a platform for the country to explore various methods to promote sustainable blue economy and improve sea protection and safety. Gurumo insists that through the conference, experts from the participating countries will also exchange ideas on fight against climate change globally.
Discussions will come from the research that have been done by academia, and after the discussions we will have time to write a report where we will say exactly what we found out and what can be improved within our blue economy sectors in order for us as a country to benefit more from blue economy. We have all the waters, so resolutions from the conference will be useful to the government, private sector, and all participants of the blue economy to benefit from the views, ideas from around Africa and the academia itself.
On the other hand, the head of research and consultancy at the Maritime Academy in Ghana, Robert Nyema, elaborates key development priority areas of Ghana and highlights what to be expected from the conference.
And the blue economy, it is the biggest environment we have. It is an environment that we need to protect. It's an environment we need to govern. It's an environment that requires policy. For example, we have illegal fishing going on into our oceans. We have trafficking going on into the ocean. We have drugs. We have insecurity, and so forth. Perhaps you may have heard about the Gulf of Guinea attack on ships. All these issues, that is why the conference is very, very important.
The conference will be held from July 4th to 5th this year and has been organized by the Dar es Salaam Maritime Institute in collaboration with the Ghanaian Regional Maritime University, and the official guest of honor is expected to be Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Doto Biteko. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Professor Caroline Nombo, says various researches conducted by Muhimbili University of Health and Allied Sciences, MUHAS, have led the way to major revolution in the policies and guidelines guiding the health sector in the country. Inaugurating the 12th Scientific Conference of the university, Professor Nombo says the conference will equip health professionals with more advanced technical skills through exchange of scientific research and place the country on the world health sector map. Emmanuel Samu has more.
It is the 12th scientific conference that aims to revisit the potential emanating various scientific studies and researches in improving health system and building a better tomorrow for every Tanzanian in health sector. This conference serves as a platform for researchers from different parts of the world to explore together various researches conducted to improve the health sector.
This scientific conference has come in the right time, that we can use this as a platform to educate the community and the society, especially women, on how well they can choose the product they use on their skin.
When I started the profession 35 years ago, in such a conference, there would be hardly 20 people attending. But now, there are thousands of people, including students and residents and fellows and researchers and professors who are attending, with more than 187 publications being presented today and tomorrow.
One of the areas touched by some of the local researchers is the after effects of the use of inappropriate cosmetics.
Together with my colleagues, we have conducted a research about skin lightening practice and its cutaneous effects among women in Kinondoni municipality, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And in this research, we have found that about 54.5% of women have been using skin lightening products that changes their skin color, but also they've got effects on their skin as well as in their health in general.
The Permanent Secretary Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Professor Caroline Nombo, is the official guest of honor, and here she clarifies the relevance of holding this conference in Tanzania, while the MUHA's acting chancellor, Professor Apollinaire Kamuhabwa, makes elaborates the purpose of the conference.
You have seen in the showcase on how MUHAs are at the forefront in conducting research that solves various challenges in the society.
When we conduct research, we provide evidence that this drug is not working or it's working, or we need a new drug, or we need a new system. So by sitting together with all the researchers within MUAS, within other countries, we will come with the recommendation. And we believe, and we have seen from experience, the symposium that we have been doing, some of these have already brought impact.
12 scientific conference that has brought together more than 300 scientists from around the world here at Mloganzila in Dar es Salaam. Science has a story of life, the power of research, innovating and improving health system in Tanzania. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Emmanuel Samuel, TBC News.
48th edition of the Dar es Salaam International Trade Fair 2024 is expected to commence tomorrow, June 28th, in the city of Dar es Salaam. The fair is organized by the Tanzania Trade Development Authority, TanTrade, aiming to create a space for the promotion of goods and services and helping exhibitors reach new markets and explore new opportunities. Here's TanTrade's Director General, Latifa Hamis, elaborating how unique this year's fair is and how it will boost trade and country's economy.
Tomorrow, 28th of June, is going to start, will be the first day of this fair. And this year's participation, foreign countries, about 26 foreign countries we have. And the main theme of this fair is Tanzania is your best destination for business and investment. And for local company participation this year is around 3,779. So we expect more companies from Tanzania, whereby today also we received more countries from East African. They are going to participate in this fair. So these countries, the unique features for 48th International Trade Fair is we are going to have 7 National Days countries programs. During this program, there will be B2B and corporate meetings. So I'm calling on Tanzanian companies and participants to come and participate to these corporate countries and B2B to make sure there is a business happen and we are going to get good results.
That was Latifa Hamis, the Director General of TanTrade. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Transport, Professor Godias Kahiarara says the commencement of direct flights between Tanzania and Zambia is expected to enhance trade within the Central Corridor and strengthen broader regional market. He made the remarks in Dar es Salaam during an event to mark the resumption of direct international flights from Lusaka, Zambia to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Rehema Sababili reports.
After the Zambian airline discontinued its direct flights from Lusaka, Zambia to Tanzania for 16 years, have now officially resumed the operations. Zambia is ranked second in the SADC region in doing business with Tanzania.
If you look on the statistics now, if it comes to logistics, 70% of transit goods through our Dar es Salaam ports, they find their way wherever they are going through Zambia. 70%. They pass through Tunduma. But these traders, they need to connect, they need to communicate, they need to move to Dar es Salaam ports. So we find this is the best way to connect and also to expand trade within our region.
This particular air transport, from where I stand, is going to make our relationship much stronger, especially in our journey for economic transformation, more specifically in the area of tourism. This time around, I can leave Lusaka. As I left my house at 6 o'clock, I was on the flight at 7, I'm in Dar es Salaam at 10, I could be easily in Zanzibar at 11, I could go to Ngorongoro and be there.
On the other hand, the Director General of the Airport Authority, Punsambura, said that the commencement of the route make the authority have a total of 22 international direct flights in the country, promising to cooperate well with organizations in providing air transport services.
This means a lot, not only to us, Tanzania Airport Authority, but also to all stakeholders in terms of connectivity and wide choice of services to airport users, and as it gives multiple options for various service provided, leading to sustainable service provision at our airport.
We have to congratulate ourselves that we have the resumption of Zambia Airways into our market. So we welcome Zambia Airways once again into our market. It's not new. You used to operate into our market a long time ago. So now you have resumed your services. We are happy and delighted for that. Our duty now is to review our bilateral air services agreement, which is very old. It was signed way back in 1996.
The commencement of scheduled service operations on this route will significantly contribute to the growth in commerce and trade and enhance tourism products and ease of movement of people between our two countries. I therefore would like to thank the civil aviation authorities of both countries for their assistance in facilitating the commencement of our operations on this route, as it signifies the deep, warm and long-standing relations that exist between these two nations and its people.
Upon start, the Lusaka-Dar es Salaam direct flights will be 3 times per week. Reporting from Dar es Salaam, Rehema Sababili, TBC News.
Sunflower crop production is expected to get a boost following a Chinese firm, Mainland Group, constructing a large cooking oil factory in Veyula, Dodoma, which, upon completion, is expected to process about 40,000 tons of sunflower cooking oil annually. Speaking to TBC in Dar es Salaam, the company's president, Zhu Chen, says the goal of establishing the factory, which is now at 80% completion, is to enable the country to be self-sufficient in cooking oil production and stop importing the product from abroad.
The target is support the local market. In the future, maybe 4 years, Tanzania not necessary to import the oil. You can production by yourself. We can do the plantation by ourselves. And all the citizens, all the people, they will use the oil is made in Tanzania.
Furthermore, the president of the group adds that when the factory starts production, the company will buy sunflower from local farmers at a conducive price.
We will have our own plantations. First step, we will plant around 10,000 hectares. This is the first step. We will start maybe maximum next year before April. We will start because the season. So the second step of the plantation is 20,000 hectares, and the third step is 40,000 hectares. So totally, we will plant 70,000 hectares with the sunflower seeds. On our own plantation, maximum, I think we can take around 100,000 of raw materials. So we still need to purchase from the farmers and also from the suppliers.
The sunflower cooking oil factory expects to start its operations at the end of December this year, expecting to offer more than 600 jobs, while the investment in the factory is worth approximately $28 million. In other news, the International Trade Center, ITC, and the European Union have provided training to the business school lecturers and senior officers of financial and marketing institutions, aiming to build their capacity to identify potential business and market opportunities in East African countries and around the world. The coordinator of the training from ITC, Safari Jango, says through the training, the participants will be equipped with the ability to identify new opportunities and understand more international market requirements to secure markets for their products internationally.
We are conducting a workshop which is focusing on building the capacity of a trade expert in terms of being able to use some of the very powerful and useful tools from International Trade Center, which are trade map, export potential, and other important tools which are essential in helping SMEs to access various markets by understanding the requirement of that particular market, but also to understand the market dynamics within the country, business with the other countries across the world.
Our entrepreneurs toward is required to market access. There is an opportunity for them to be trained on how to gain access to finances and again to package their products for better market access to various international markets.
We've learned several tools that can help us get a hand on our international market for cash crops, several crops. So having knowledge on these tools like trade map and market access, it can help us in society at large to understand different aspects of our products. For example, if I want to know the market growth of my product, if I want to know where I can sell, where are the best importing country or exporting country. So having knowledge about this is going to help the society at large. And for us as a trainee that we have been taught, we're going to help ITC to spread this knowledge to, especially to the SMEs, so that they can use these tools in order to gain hand on the information about their products.
The International Trade Center helps micro, small, and medium-sized businesses become more competitive and help to create better regulatory environment for trade. As the world marks the Micro, Small, and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day, the United Nations estimates that micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises account for 90% of businesses, 60 to 70% of employment, and 50% of GDP worldwide. Peter Mganga has more.
As we steer our ship into a new development course in a changing world, the importance of micro, small, and medium enterprises and the circular economy is crystal clear. Micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, which account for 90% of businesses, more than 70% of employment, and 50% of GDP worldwide, remaining the core of the economy for most societies. A human-centered approach is central to the evolving circular economy, emphasizing the importance of individuals and communities in driving sustainable transformation. Considering people's well-being and prioritizing inclusive participation ensures that the new systems align and contextualize local culture and personal institution needs. Many countries continue to face a range of unique and interconnected development challenges that include a cost of living crisis and constrained fiscal space, obstacles to accessing new sources of development and climate financing, and conflicts. Economic, social, and environmental challenges are compounding mounting poverty and hunger. The day offers an opportunity to discuss and exchange ideas on how key stakeholders, including policymakers, large companies, financial institutions, and the international community, can support micro, small, and medium-sized businesses to advance the 2030 agenda and contribute to achieving the SDGs, including poverty eradication and decent work for all. 600 million jobs will be needed by 2030 to absorb the growing global workforce, which makes SME development a high priority for many governments around the world.
Now, before we wind up local news, let's now have a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Do not miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports news up next. And in sports news, the Council for East and Central Africa Football Associations, CECAFA President Wallace Karia, says the new KMC Complex Stadium will be officially opened by hosting Kagame Cup 2024 to be played in Tanzania next month. President Karia adds that KMC Complex Stadium meets the international standards and it's ready to host international matches like Kagame Cup 2024.
We are ready for CECAFA tournament because our pitch ground has been completed and we are looking forward to finalize some of the areas, including goal areas and technical bench. We have been assured by our engineer and we are confident enough to start CECAFA tournament.
Tanzania will host Kagame Cup competition from July 10th to July 28th, and 3 grounds which will be used include Benjamin Mkapa Stadium and KMC Complex in Dar es Salaam, also the new Amani Complex in Zanzibar. The chairman of the Kabaddi Association of Tanzania, Abdullah Nyoni, says the Kabaddi national team is expected to camp in India to gain more experience of the game, gearing up for the World Cup Championship. Nyoni insists that the opportunity they got will enable them to prepare well for the World competition.
Chennai Sport University is to decrease the amount of money because the Chennai University, we can accommodate us the free lodging. Instead of that, the Chennai University we are easy and agree to give us the free sport equipment. That's why it's better for our team.
The Kabaddi national team is expected to be announced next Friday for the preparation of the World Championships to be held in Cambodia in August this year. In other sports news, the Morocco international and PSG defender Achraf Hakimi has donated education facilities to Patandi Secondary in Arusha to enhance learning activities. Speaking to TBC News in Arusha, Hakimi believes that the facilities will help both students and teachers to improve learning and teaching skills, a sentiment that is supported by Young Africans President Engineer Hersi Said.
It's the first time that my foundation go out from Morocco, and it's a pleasure to be and make the first time my foundation outside here in Tanzania. I'm here to help you every time, and it's not the first time that I'm gonna help you. It's not the end, and I hope I'm gonna come back and thank you for what you're doing for Tanzania and for these kids and for this school.
Facilities provided by Hakimi are 50 computers and photocopy machines. The Morocco international and PSG defender Achraf Hakimi has already visited Serengeti and Ngorongoro national parks and is planning to visit Zanzibar. And that's it for sports. But before we wind up, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, this is 24 hours weather forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Starting from tonight, 9 p.m. Wind is expected to flow at the speed of 30 kilometers per hour over Lake Nyasa. For Lake Victoria and Lake Tanganyika, wind is expected to flow at the speed of 40 kilometers per hour, and the state of the lake is expected to be moderate to rough. For the entire coast, wind is expected to flow at the speed of 40 kilometers per hour, and the state of the sea is expected to be rough. And this comes with an advisory of severe weather, of which Tanzania Meteorological Authority has issued an advisory of period of strong winds reaching 40 kilometers per hour and large ocean waves reaching 2 meters over some areas of the entire coast, areas around Lake Victoria, and areas around Lake Tanganyika, Rukwa, and Katavi region. Necessary measures and precautions should be taken. And now let us see of the weather details, and this is what we expect for tonight. The entire country is expected to be dry, and we expect cooler to colder temperatures over most parts of the country, especially over southwestern highland, of which the lowest minimum temperature is expected to reach 8 degrees of centigrade over Mbeya and Njombe region, followed by 9 degrees of centigrade over Sumbawanga region. And now let us see of what we expect for tomorrow. For Tanga, together with Pemba and Unguja ISOs, we expect particular condition, light rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And the remaining parts of the country, we expect particular condition and sun periods. And now let us take a look of the next 4 days weather forecast. For Dar es Salaam, we expect particular condition and sun periods. For Dodoma, we expect particular condition and sun periods. Over Mbeya region, we expect particular condition and sun periods with minimum temperature of 8 degrees of centigrade. For Mwanza region, we expect particular condition and sun periods. For Kilimanjaro region, we expect particular condition and sun periods. For Morogoro, we expect particular condition and sun periods. And over Arusha region, we expect particular condition and sun periods with minimum temperature of 14 degrees of centigrade. And that's all for today. Make sure to catch up again tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Mariam Fares. Bye-bye.
And that marks the end of the news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. I am Faida Gaga. Good night.